Sorry, my video cut off there because my light shut off in the car. Anyhow, but what I was saying, sometimes you do have to really think about it. We can all be hurt. We can all feel angry. And we could all want to yell and scream that we are valid and we are enough and we deserve equal rights and everything like that. But at the end of the day, you also have to remember that you are an individual, you are a person, you are a human being, and you have yourself as well to take care of. And then a lot of the times you have other people that you love and you want to take care of as well. You have a whole community that you want to defend. And if you let somebody wear you down so much to a point where you're just a shell, it doesn't help you or anyone else. If you get to a point where you are physically being attacked and harmed, I really hope that you reach out to other people to help you and can figure out how to appropriately deal with the situations and how to gain support and community where you might need it. It's really scary out there, and I just feel like these protesters, they're going to keep coming, they're going to be around, they're not, there's always going to be people that don't agree with you. But if you focus your energy on those that are willing to learn, that are willing to grow, that are willing to know you and know about you, and realize that you're a person, and that's, at the end of the day, that's it, you're a person, I think that's one of the best things that you can do, especially if you're somebody who wants to be an advocate or an activist, sorry. Like, it's difficult to figure out where to draw the line. It's difficult to figure out when to stand up and when to take a seat for a moment, But, like, even right now, like, it's a damned if you're doing, you damned if you don't. Because I'm not telling anybody to not stand up and fight, and I'm not telling anybody to sit down. So, like, in a way, it's like, what am I telling you to do? I don't want to tell you to do anything. I just want to tell you from a standpoint of somebody who's been out pretty much their whole life in the queer community, as part of the queer community. And it's just so devastating to see the same things repeat themselves over and over, and history does repeat itself. We watch it all the time, and unfortunately, there is still not ways that we have found to be able to create acceptance and peace, whether it's in our community or others. It's not even selectively just our community. Hate is everywhere. And I think the most important thing out of all of it is that you need to make sure that you are safe. You need to make sure that you are okay. And if you're not, you need to check in with other people. If you're not, you need to reach out and ask for help. And if you're experiencing something and you want to stand up, it's a great thing to do to stand up. But you also have to know when it's just too much. Because at a certain point, it will affect you. Everything has an effect. And even the strongest people that stand out there and fight against everything get hurt. The strongest people that you idolize get hurt. And you can't do everything by yourself. You want to, and you also want to do it within the community as well. It's a very tricky situation to be in, and that is why it is so important. And maybe this video is a mix mash of my opinions and feelings, and maybe some of it makes sense and maybe some of it doesn't, but I really feel like it's important to address the fact that, yes, Pride started as a riot. Yes, Pride started as a protest. And if need be, it should still be. However, there are certain times and limits to when things are okay to continue doing, or when it's safe to continue doing. I would never shame anybody or speak poorly of somebody who wanted to fight to their fullest, and anyone who has the ideals that they need to, because I'm not in your shoes. You might have to. I'm just saying to be careful, to always remember that you must protect yourself, because at the end of the day, while you are fighting for other people's freedom, you're also fighting for your own. And if your freedom is taken away by abuse, by violence, by death at the hands of somebody else, then, it's a shame. It's a tragedy. It's terrible. And to know that it's still like that out there is terrible. And it's scary. And I think that while we all have to be strong, and while we all do have to defend ourselves and our community, we also have to take into account when things are the safest to do so and when things might not be the safest to do so. You have to really gauge every situation that you are in, because it might not be you who gets hurt. It might be somebody else. It might not be you who gets abused. It might be somebody else. And, it's a very tricky thing. And when it comes to laws and protections and things like that, we are barely even scratching a surface of having that sense of protection, that sense of support and help, and any forms of laws that could help us. So I'm going to end this here because it's been a long video and it already cut off once, and I know that my phone's dying, but I just thought it was really important during Pride Month, and I know that it's kind of a downer to talk about it, but I feel like it also needs to be talked about. With everything going on in the world, the last thing we need is more people dying. The last thing we need is more people being hurt and abused. So I want to wish everybody a happy Pride Month again, and I want to tell you all to be safe, and if you're out and about in an unfamiliar area or late at night or things like that, try to have a buddy with you. Just take care of yourselves and try to be the best you can be while keeping yourself mentally and physically safe. So I'll talk to y'all later. Might do another video this month, not sure, but yeah, take care. Peace.